Hey, so what's going on, guys? SilverLocktv here, and I'm bringing you probably one of my first ever tutorials on anything. So this is a simple 2D background that I've designed myself. It's my first ever time doing a 2D background or anything in this sort of manner, because I've always done something with 3D and always did it some other stuff, and I'll be doing something that involves this text later that involves a Lightroom. But first I'm going to focus on this 2D background, and if you guys are interested, I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's fairly simple. Basically, I have a template right here, and it's pretty much set for almost anything. Fix my colors, and I have it at a black, and if you look at this, it doesn't look exactly like the background color. So what I did was, there's a shade that goes over it, and I turned this down to about 30, let's go 25. 25 looks nice, and I leave it at that. So that pretty much makes that background black that you see right there. So that's what makes that, I guess, easier for me to say. But for the shaping and everything else that forms this right here, not the text, but this up here, that the borders and everything, that is all used by this the polygonal lasso tool. I couldn't say anything for a second, but oops. Basically what this does is selects a amount of pixels, and what you're going to do first is actually you're going to make a new layer, and I guess we can start off on this part right here that makes the border for the font or the text. But first I need to open up my text, so that way I know where where to put it. So basically this is my text. Yeah, I pretty much typed in my name. I'll do a tutorial. It's fairly short of a tutorial on how to make this. It's fairly simple. And I drag it in here. I hit Control T to transform it, and I'll rotate it 90 degrees and bring it up to about that top line. And then I will hit this to save my directional path, and I'm going to start using my polygraph, or I'm going to use my lasso. I'm not even going to try and say the name, it's too confusing for me. So I'm going to start off, let's go about here. It's going to be a little different than the before, because the last time I had a lot more time and I think it just screwed up, but oh well. And basically you're just going to make this type of shape, and it'll start flashing, or it'll bring up this, and you want to be on that new layer that you made. So that new layer, you're going to want to left or right click, fill object, fill the color, and make it white. That way you have one of your boxes. And then if you want to see your text, we can already do this. You're going to go to blending options, you're going to use your drop shadow, you're going to use 0, 10, 20, and that's going to give that effect off. Let's see what an inner shadow does. Nope, leave the inner shadow off. Go to stroke, leave it at 3, seems about right, and go down to about, let's try 43. 43 looks nice, and save that. And now we got our text, and you can see it inside just like that. So now what you want to do is add these boxes in at the bottom, which form what type of commentaries, or if you do graphics or whatever. And that's basically, you're just going to take this lasso, do the same thing really, bring it up here. Looks good. I'm going to move it up just a little bit, and then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to right click, press fill, OK, and now I have my white on that. That looks about right. Wait, I think I might have done this wrong. Yep, I did it wrong. So I'm actually going to backtrack, and I'm going to make another layer, and then I'm going to fill it. So be sure to make another layer and fill that, and then bring this layer below the first new layer. And then you're going to want to right click or double click on this to bring up your blending options. You want to push drop shadow 0, 10, 20, and do the stroke. Basically the same like text, and you're going to want to bring this down to about 43, and that looks good. So now you can see where it overlaps and kind of makes a 3D idea, but it's still 2D in a lot of ways, I guess. It's still 2D in my mind. So basically that's that, and then you're going to want to right click on this, copy the layer style, go down to your second layer that forms this, and then paste it. And that way you can't really see it now, but you'll see it on your background. The layer will pop out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to this layer, layer 1, which is the first box. So I'm going to rename it box 1, and then rename this one box 2. So I'm going to go to box 1, I'm going to hit Control J, and that's going to copy it. I'm going to hit the transform button. I'm going to flip it horizontally, which pretty much just takes it and flips it horizontally. And then I'm going to go down and drop this to about there, pretty much the same exact spot as this one. I'm going to hit the check button, and then I can copy my text, copy, Control T, flip horizontally. Wait, I don't think I want to flip it horizontally actually. What you want to do on your text is you want to flip it 180 degrees. That way it's still readable on both sides. Now that you got your text on that side, you're going to go down to box 2, and you're going to hit Control J. Pretty much the same thing. You're going to flip it over to the other side. This is, again, a simple way on making a background, and then you're going to do that. Sorry. Now, I pretty much have just made this, and this white line up above is just simply you make another layer and you just go across on this top blue line. You go across this blue line, you go up to this blue line, go across, click right there, go down, you get that layer, fill it, okay, and then you paste the layer style, Control D, and there you go. So basically that's how you make this simple 2D background. This was a short tutorial, and I'll probably do this how to make this simple text later, and I'll be able to show you how to make a broken effect text, which make your effect or text look shattered, and you don't need Cinema 4D for this. And I'll also be doing a tutorial on this, which is fairly simple. I'll have a link in the description for this Lightroom, and hope you guys enjoyed this, and look forward to all my other tutorials. This was my first ever one, so please leave a comment and drop a like or dislike if you didn't enjoy how I described everything. And if you have more questions, just leave me a comment or PM me, and I'll see you all later. Peace.